as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts. The punter and kickoff man Sam Martin to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, 50, plant, 2 times, 4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and long. And this will complete to Reed. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tech.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Protein spill.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Well, this is Hilton on the receiving end, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'm going to hit you all.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. That's going to be caught. A gain there of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Safe.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now the second down throw on target, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check three. Zebra. Hit the exit. You got nothing.
Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. You go tight. You got tight. 50. Tight go. Watch safety green. Easy. Check. Creel right. 22. Check.
Now a give right side. Dobbins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check. 53.
It's a gain of 6. And the Lions first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Complete to Jones. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 35-yard line.
53. Mike. I'm coming.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Rush in. Under 10. 10.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
58's Mike.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Stafford. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Now it's Stafford. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw is Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Watch the whip. Kill. Hey. Check 15. Out. 58, boys.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Alert! Easy! You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Hey, give me radar. Hey, Haywood! 65! 32! 58's Mike, 58's Mike.
Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they'll walk him back half the distance. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 18.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Coming to you, coming to you. Shit.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Shit, watch the shit. Hey. Check. Lucky. Hey. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Get in the weight room.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
21. Check. Hey, easy. Hey. Play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Hey, Mike's 50. I got him. Hey. 50 to Mike. 59. Mike's 50.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Leonard Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
10. Mike 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, Charlie. 50, Mike 50.
Now Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mike 57.
Here's 2nd and 8. Out to the left here to Reed. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Campbell making the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Topper. Orbit. He's checking. Crash. Watch the edge. Hey, watch the edge. Ready, go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. 52.
Check pass.
Go!
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ready, go!
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him in contract time. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's third down.
Watch the run. They're running it. Smoke. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Mike's 57's Mike. Now.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
I 7, let's go. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They'll drop the throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And an alley to run. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Throwing is Stafford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check 31.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins spins away. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Kill, 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 kill. Showing it, showing it.
49, check 49.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. On first down, Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On second down, Dobbins. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check, 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 check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.